Scott, it is picked off by Fred Warner. Warner's got it. Lamb chases him down in a second interception today for the 49ers.
The Morning Roast is live on YouTube right now. Take it away, Bonte.
What up, Steph? We'll be better than last night. We'll leave you guys alone. It's a tough loss yesterday to the Brooklyn Nets. Here, Kevin Burkhardt on the call for Fox Sports as the Niners beat the Cowboys 19-12. I lost my voice yesterday. Lost my voice. Just talking so much trash to Cowboy fans. Levi's was lit. The ahoo was so loud yesterday, especially on that second-to-last drive to ice the football game. And the Niners just physically wear down the Dallas Cowboys. After, let's be honest, the Cowboys controlled that football game for 2.5 quarters. They did.
I need Gerard Butler to come out one of these times and do the Leonidas. Oh! I need
so
that.
Sick.
I love it.
So
Stadium
sick.
was rocking yesterday. Let me make a statement because you were talking about game balls, and I agree with you. I think Fred Warner absolutely deserves a game ball from this performance. George Kittle on the other side of the ball, no doubt about it. And Robbie Gould from special teams.
Yeah, it's easy.
Patrick Willis is the gold standard for most people at the linebacker position for the 49ers. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, no doubt.
Right?
I mean, you've had some great middle linebackers.
Ken Norton, Dave Wilcox.
You've had some great middle linebackers in this franchise.
Right. I don't want
Willis may be the best of the bunch, but you've had some great middle linebackers.
Yeah, I know the Tulsa crackback guy. Oh God, the name is evading me right now, but he was known for popping you with the shoulder back in the 1960s and 50s. Point that I'm going at. Frank Gore, I do not believe to be the most talented player of all time at the running back position.
But he's a gold standard here.
And the longevity and the savant way that he plays and all that stuff, like he means something to a core of Niner fans. Fred Warner is getting into that echelon for me as a player. He's not there yet, but like in terms of like he embodies what it means to play linebacker in the modern age right now. His durability, his intensity, his demeanor on the field, his impact on the game, his impact at all three levels, in the middle of the field, down the field guarding CeeDee Lamb, in the backfield, his cockiness, his swagger, his leadership. He is everything you want in a player. Like you want to talk about one of the great home run draft picks of this era? We've talked so much about Nick Bosa. Fred Warner at that position after what they did with Reuben Foster, this dude has been everything they would ever want from a player of his magnitude, and he just embodies what it means to be a Niner. And when you're at the game and seeing him fire up the crowd and stuff, I have a connection spiritually to Fred Warner. I love that dude.
9 tackles, 7 solo, tackle for loss, a pass defense. I thought he did get beat by CeeDee Lamb. I thought that was a bad throw by Dak Prescott. It's a tough matchup. I don't want to see him matched up on Devontae Smith or A.J. Brown. That's a mismatch.
Yeah.
But the tone setter. Talk about hitting, dissecting offenses, putting guys in the right position, going sideline to sideline, making sure that the middle of the field is occupied by him. That space is not getting run over by anybody else but him. He's dominating that patch of grass. Fred Warner Jr. is a special, special player. This is why you pay him all the money. This is why you name him team captain.
He's worth every penny.
I mean, think about where he was drafted. This guy was a safety.
I know.
A safety who wore number 48 to begin his career.
Yeah.
48. And had the green dot helmet in the first game against Minnesota. Green dot helmet, right? Reuben Foster, we forgot about Reuben. We're like, wash your hands real quick because of Fred Warner Jr. and the leadership that he provides to Dre Greenlaw, the leadership that he provides to Al Shire, the leadership that he provides that defense. Fred Warner may be one of the more important players on this football team.
Greenlaw had a great game. We all agree. And then Al Shire made plays.
He made some plays yesterday.
He made some plays, especially on the sideline. And I thought the defense as a whole totally stepped up and they brought it. Even though our defensive line, for the most part, like they got good pressure on Dak, but they couldn't get that sack. Did they even walk away with a sack yesterday?
Dallas?
No, the Niners.
The Niners had 1 sack.
Ebukam.
Yeah,
okay, that was the only sack of the game. Okay.
Yeah,
I may or may not have had money on Bosa to get one and the Niners win. So
yeah, I know.
Tyron Smith was Tyron Smith is an all-timer.
My guys Diego and Zuri bet for Bosa to get 1 sack.
And
Bosa was quiet yesterday.
Yeah. Real
Bosa
quiet.
looked gassed.
He did look tired.
I don't know if he was hurt. That's a concern for me next week.
I'm with you on that.
Bosa has to dominate. And I also think, if everybody wants to talk about QB1 in the offseason, who's going to start a quarterback, The Niners need another edge rusher.
I 100% agree.
If Drake Jackson's not going to dress, and if Ebekon's going to move on, or what happens with Omenihu, who knows? You need another pass rusher.
Well, DeMarcus
opposite of
Lawrence. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. DeMarcus Lawrence does a great job bookending Micah, right? And I
Yep.
know Micah moves around a lot, but like those two guys on the edge, they cave in.
Right.
Cave in tackles.
They do.
So I'm with you on that. They need to find someone opposite Bosa, like a long-term solution.
George Kittle, game ball offensively. I was asking, what was George Kittle's signature moment in the playoffs?
In
so
the
far?
playoffs, yeah. It's him saying, run it again.
Yesterday was his finest moment in the
100%.
playoffs. Came up huge for the 49ers as Debo and Ayuk was basically quiet. George Kittle, 5 catches, 95 yards. Let's go to Don and Concord.
Let's go, Don.
Don, what's happening, man? You're on the roast. What you got?
Hey, how you guys doing? I haven't talked to you guys in a little while.
It's been a while.
Doing
Yeah, no
great.
doubt.
The game ball. Kittle gets the game ball because he was open in the middle. 95-7 the game has always been good to me, man. And I've been a listener for 7 years, 8 years now.
Thank you.
I always listen to you guys every morning. What up? We're going to whoop some Philly cheesesteak next week, eh?
Hey, no doubt. Well done, huh? Or not well done?
Over and out.
Over
Nice.
and out.
I like
there
that.
You go, Don.
By the way, the linebacker from back in the day, Hardy Brown.
Hardy Brown.
Okay,
Oh,
he used to do this Tulsa crackback.
Slipped my mind.
All right, Tulsa crackback for my OG Kezar fans.
For Papa Shasky.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro. If you
Tulsa
look this up, this
crackback.
dude was one of the most vicious hitters of his time.
No, all those guys were hitters. I mean, back in the day, all those dudes were hitters. It was a different game. A lot of those guys, a lot of people say, well, that guy from the 60s or 70s couldn't play in today's game. Well, it's not because they were devoid of talent. It's because they were too physical.
Yeah.
They were playing football. Like this stuff sometimes we see, the passing league and, but what's funny?
They picked up a penalty yesterday where the guy CD spun into Fred
They're going to
Warner.
call helmet to helmet.
Yes.
And I was like, that's not a flag.
But that was a great pickup.
No,
we don't
it
talk
was.
about when the referees pick it up. I thought that was a great pickup.
It was a great pickup. By the way, all the games this weekend, if you're a gambler,
Yeah, I'm not, but yes.
all the unders hit.
Really?
Defensive battles, all the unders hit, I believe.
Interesting.
Niners, Cowboys, it went under. Bills, Bengals went under.
Michelle, on the way out, goes, there just wasn't enough touchdowns for my liking. I go, really?
She was bored.
Yeah, and I go, Bonte would have loved this game. And as I'm doing the Instagram live, I'm saying that, and somebody behind me, yeah, he would. Old school football.
Yeah, no
Does
doubt.
anyone really have a choice?
Did you love that game?
What? Even Anna said that was a great football game. I love defensive battles. 20-17, 19-12. I'm telling you, every drive, every play, it felt like a postseason baseball game.
Yeah, it did.
Where every pitch mattered. Every yard mattered. Every down the distance, whether it's 1st and 10, first down yardage. It was hard to come by for the 49ers early in that football game. It was a lot of 2nd and 9s, a lot in 3rd and 7s, a lot of 2nd and 8s. Even Dallas, they were setting themselves up for 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. So where you got the play pass in effect, where Dak Prescott gets out there, I could go scramble for 2 yards. Or I could check it down to CeeDee Lamb on a quick wide receiver screen. That was my type of football game. And that's the problem with new fans, with football fans these days. They want the 35-38 game all the damn time. This was physical, cold weather, throwback football. This was a game that John Madden would have been proud of. This was a Brian Baldinger type of football game. So you damn right I love that game yesterday.
So I tapped in right now. I'm looking at 105.3 The Fan, RJ and Shan in Dallas.
Bobby Boucher shaved his beard.
Yeah, it's a sad looking
That
crew.
looked the same. They call themselves the Tolos.
It's the best feeling in the world looking at. By the way, I took a photo on the Instagram, and this is my favorite. The guy behind us, I didn't realize it when I took the photo. It looks so sad, and now that's become a meme on the internet.
Man.
Sad Cowboy fans are my favorite thing in the world.
So, as a teenager, the Packers tormented me.
100%.
The Cowboys tormented me.
Uh-huh.
As an adult, the tides have turned. Green Bay, I've seen the Niners beat them 4 times in the playoffs.
Yes.
4 times. They're 4-0 in the last 10 years. I've seen them beat them four times.
Mike McCarthy's 0-4 versus the Niners.
Right, in the playoff. And now you beat the Cowboys back-to-back years.
And now Kyle Shanahan has more wins in his 3 playoff trips than Jim Harbaugh did.
Wow, that's crazy.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
That is wild. That is pretty special.
That's crazy.
That's very.
It's crazy. They've won 2 games in every playoff appearance that Shanahan's had. It's I mean, at some point, like, we could talk all this. He can't win the big one. Like, you sound like an idiot at some point. All the guy does is put this team in a position to reach the NFC Championship game. And that's all you can ask for from your team. Be in a position to win it all.
3 of the last 4 years. 3 of the last 4 years.
And now we have the most appearances in championship history. 18.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Well, got a lot of championship failures.
Okay.
That's something that we can get into later in the week. We're going to celebrate this win over the Cowboys. It feels good to be in the Final Four. You're in the tournament. You're a game away from the Super Bowl. Think about that. The 49ers are a game away from the Super Bowl for the 3rd time in 4 years. That's special. And the word I'm using is trust.
Yes.
Shanahan trusted that defense to bring that game home, but he also trusted Brock to make a couple big 3rd downs. And he said, Brock, we're going to give it to you. You're going to throw a pass on 3rd down. We got to have it. And Brock was able to complete some dimes there on the second to last drive. Think about that. That's a championship type of drive. I don't think people understand. 11 minutes and 3 seconds left. Dallas comes out of the field to kick a field goal.
Was huge.
It's 16-12.
Yes.
The Niners bleed 8 minutes off the clock, and they got to have it drive and get the ball back to Dallas down 7 with just over 3 minutes
And
left.
on 2 3rd downs, they're throwing the ball.
Empty backfield.
On short. I still can't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Shanahan.
Well, and let me flip it on the other side. I do feel like the majority of outside of the Bay Area fans are going to remember this game for Dak coming up short.
That's fine. There's a reason why he came up short. It's called the 49ers defense.
Yeah, I agree.
That don't allow anything in the second half.
But don't you think that that's going to be the prevailing narrative?
But you know what? I don't give a damn what the nation thinks. Honestly, I never do.
Did you see what Skip Bayless did last night?
I don't care what Skip Bayless does.
He had a premeditated video where he took the jersey and he stomped into his kitchen and threw it into the garbage can.
Honestly, all last week, the nation talking about the Cowboys. Oh, how are the Niners? They haven't faced a defense like this. Oh, Dak. Oh, Tony Pollard. They just beat Brady. Oh, Dallas is the better team. Oh, Dallas is going to win the football game. You know what? I don't care what the nation thinks about my 49ers. I really don't. I don't care what Coward thinks. I don't care what Skip thinks. I don't care what ESPN thinks. Damn it, the Niners are going to the NFC Championship game. And how many games have they won? When's the last time the Niners lost? When's the last time the Niners
12
lost?
12 in a row right now?
Yes.
Wow.
So I don't care what the nation thinks.
John Brody?
Then they could say the Niners got a gift. They could say Shanahan's overrated. They could say Brock ain't it. They could say the Niners are going to get blown out in Philly. Guess what? I ain't listening. I'll be there watching the Niners against Philadelphia. And then we'll see what's what at 3:30 p.m. West Coast time on Sunday. Then we'll see who's talking. But right now, I don't give a damn what the nation thinks about the 49ers.
Were you in the stadium when they started to play Don't Stop Believing by Journey?
It did hit.
Come on,
yesterday.
dog.
Listen, I
watched all these gangsters with neck tattoos and stuff. Everyone was singing Don't Stop Believing. And I swear to God, goosebumps, bro.
You know
goosebumps.
What? That one hit hard in the stadium yesterday.
Come on.
It hit hard
Do
in the
you know
stadium
who sings
yesterday.
that song?
Journey.
Ah, my man.
You just gave it to me.